In today's video, we're going to be breaking down Kristaps Porzingis. We haven't done a video on him for a while, but today we're going to be breaking down basically the new Kristaps. He's changed. He's changed so much, and I think Washington is the perfect place for him because they know how to use him. So let's get down, let's check him out. If you want to be able to shoot the basketball better, make sure to go check out the hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below. Okay, so one of the first few plays of the game, he sets a screen for his teammate at the high post. His teammate's able to get that ball, and Kristaps Porzingis then pops out to the three-point line. Kristaps is a very good three-point shooter, and his teammate knows that. So when his man hedges way too deep to cut off that drive, the first option that you want to look for is the man who set that screen, because he's going to be wide open, and because he can drain threes, that's exactly what happened. Here we see Kristaps Porzingis coming over to set a screen. His teammate doesn't use that and attacks the baseline. The reason why he did this is because his teammate's really smart. So what happens is Kristaps' man is way deep into the key. So why would you use this screen when somebody is overplaying you on this side? And this man is way too deep to be able to play Kristaps, which means that you need to attack that man to draw him in. That's exactly what happens. Kristaps is smart. He's able to pop out for that three, and that's exactly what we see next. Now, if this man was able to recover over to Kristaps faster, this could have been a skip pass over to his teammate, but instead he was able to drain this very easily. Kristaps is going to get a lot of shots from the Washington Wizards. Kristaps is actually a very good screening player, and that's exactly what we see here. And because he's got such a long reach, these passes can be led to him quite far into the distance. Now here he did get fouled. No foul call, he missed the layup, but on the opposite side, he was able to get that rebound because the Detroit Pistons are not very hungry for rebounds, and he was able to get that layup. This is why it's so important not to turn around and say, oh no, gosh darn it, I missed. No, don't ever do that. Be hungry. Get that ball. Get that rebound. Say, I missed, but I'm going to get that rebound because I want to make that shot. Now, plays like this are going to be so useful for Kristaps. This play, I think, has to be 100% put into the playbook because of Porzingis. I don't think there's too many players on Washington who would be able to set this perfect. So, coming off of the baseline cut, he slightly hits. This is not a screen. This is going to be called in most leagues as a moving screen because he knocks his butt out, but he knows how to play the referees. He's been in the league for quite a while, and he's played pro and over in Europe, but he knows to cut to that rim hard and then get ready for that alley-oop because he knows it's going up there and he's able to slam it through. So the plays that they've developed are for Porzingis 100%. And then, because Porzingis has such huge gravity, he's going to be opening up options for his teammates as well. Here, his man dropped way too far down to try to trap or at least double team or at least stop the drive from the ball handler. Kristaps Porzingis was able to see this. He was able to pop out. They've ran this multiple times at this point during this game. At this point, Cade Cunningham started to cheat over just in case he got that kick out three. And because his teammate was really smart, he was able to notice that Cade Cunningham was worried about himself or worried about Porzingis. Then his teammate was able to cut backdoor essentially down the middle of the key and got himself a poster dunk on top of Cade Cunningham. This is why young players who say that I'm the best, I'm the number one player, I need to score every time, shouldn't really be a thing, because if you have a lot of gravity, if you are truly the best player on your team, you're going to be always having the attention of the defenders, and that's what happened here, and this allowed his teammate to score. He didn't do anything. Porzingis is just standing there doing nothing. He's looking threatening. He looks like he's about to be able to score at any time, but because he's got so much attention onto him, that opens up opportunities for his teammates. If Porzingis wasn't here, this teammate would have never had that option. If his teammate never cut, then Porzingis will never have the option to shoot threes again because these players will no longer care about trying to guard him. They will always be there because this man will never cut. So if this man never cuts, these guys will always double team Porzingis. That's why it's always good to have a team mentality. Something else that Porzingis does real well is working on the weak side in the post. The reason why I say this is because if he's not actively trying to box out or try to fight the box outs, he can kind of get around the players as we see here and be able to get the ball and score. Because these players never tried to actively find Porzingis to box him out, all they did was just stand there and look for the rebound and go up for it. Porzingis was able to play that and get that ball in, that layup. This is also a really good play. So a quick dribble handoff up top, trying to get some kind of a switch happening with the defenders, which never happened. Actually, which did happen. That's my fault. They switched that. But then, after getting that switch, they set a pin down screen for Porzingis, and he's able to read his defender quite well. So at this point, while he's looking at the ball handler, in his peripheral vision, he's noticing that his man is getting stuck on that pin down. And if his man went underneath the pin down, he'd be popping for a 3. But because his man's going over top, he's going to be cutting in. And that's what we see here. And because he's such a big dominant force, he's able to make that layup. So there's basically a quick lesson for you right there. If your man goes over top, cut in quick. If your man goes underneath, then you pop for a 3. If he goes underneath, you pop for a 3 because there's so much distance between you and your man that you'll be able to get a clean shot off. And this is what I mean about gravity. He starts to post up his man, which then gathers multiple defenders, but also the attention of every other player. And because of that, his teammate's able to notice that. Watch this. His man gets that ball, and because his man is coming out to recover to play defense on him, that defender's momentum is taking him that way, which means that as the offensive player, you need to drive. And that's what we see here. He drives right away. Porzingis gets out of the way, allows his man to reach, but his man was able to score anyways. I hope that these lessons help you become a better basketball player. Make sure to go check out the hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time. Hit that like button and subscribe.